Established for over 38 years, we are open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with an exquisite ambiance. We have a set menu and three a la carte menus to choose from, and we are flexible to all requests. We go above and beyond to serve you. Basil's Bar Kingstown, where it's more than just a meal, it's an adventure. Call for reservations at 457-2713.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Alrighty, so we are back with more commentary on today's Activated Mornings program. This is looking like it's going to be, or it should be, a beautiful Friday morning. At least from my vantage point, it looks beautiful so far. All right, so I'm hoping that everyone is doing just fine. And you know what? In a good way, I would like for at least today to be like one of those exceptionally positive days for at least a couple of you, right? Mm-hmm. Like a really good surprise would befall on you,
yes.
You know, just something
I accept
something extraordinary, you know. You know, sometimes we just need these little days to bring a bit more life back into us, I suppose, or you know, just whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. Life could be sometimes, but
that is it. That's exactly it. That is it.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that for several of you that today would be maybe a little different in a positive way, right? In a very positive way.
Things are nice today.
All right, so Dianna actually found the Watty Beat song. So when we closing out this segment, we will play that song for you, the commemorative song for this year's independence. All right. So to get interactive with us, again, it's an interactive program. So the number to call is 457-9997. We are already live on Facebook and YouTube if you wish to join us using those methods instead. All right. So we're going to jump into our another topic at this time, and our topic for this session, right? It's just that I would like to hear people's opinions on this one. Dianna and I will share ours as usual. And looking at an article here on Eyewitness News, it says, time for another kind of politics in SVG. SVG says shallow, right? And this is in reference to Kishore Shallow. So the opposition New Democratic Party candidate for North Leeward, Kishore Shallow, used his maiden political address to call for another kind of politics in SVG. Shallow, who is also president of Cricket West Indies, has joined forces with the NDP in its bid to end the ULP's 23-year hold on power in the country. He portrayed the ruling party as having failed North Leeward and the country in several key areas, including agriculture, tourism, and sports. He says, "My people, listen to this. The time has come for another kind of politics in our country. The time has come for us to put our country before party politics," Shallow told the NDP's convention in Peterborough on Sunday. "The time has come for us to unite and advance our country," he said in a speech that was a mix of Pekong and his views on the realities in North Leeward and the country as a whole. All right. So it's a bit of a lengthy article. So if you want to read more on this, you can go to Eyewitness News to get a bit more. But what stood out for me is time for another kind of politics in SVG.
What is politics still?
Time for another kind of politics in SVG.
Different one.
And I do have to ask the question, is this what Vincentians really want?
What do Vincentians want? What do we want?
Do we want a different type of politics? All right, so before I give my opinion, let me hear from Dianna.
Hey, why you should do me that?
Well, I mean, you was going to have to say it at some point, so.
Yes, it's true. I'm not throwing any shade to anyone, okay? But I just want to say that I am going to accept this call. Hi, caller.
Good morning. Morning, caller.
Hello.
Morning. Morning, Dave. Dave?
So I heard his hello and then nothing
else.
Yeah,
Dave, try calling back, please. All right. You see, they've been quite savior. So go ahead, let me hear you.
Wow. No shade to anyone. But I like to see things in action. I'm not a person. The lip service thing don't work for me in all aspects of my life. Even if you're trying to date me, your actions. I look at your actions and not your words. So I do the same thing with politics, because the reality is politicians will say anything. You want to win and you got to win. It's like you're selling something and you want people to buy what you're selling. So you have to sell it real good. But for me, I am one of the Vincentians. I want to see things in action. I don't want to hear anything from anybody. I want to see when the time comes that what you say is what you do and what is going to take place. So, I just take everything that politicians say with a grain of salt. I don't really take it hook, line, and sinker and swallow it up and put it in my pipe and smoke it, as we just say. But I am listening. I'm listening, and I just honestly just want to wait until some months pass because, like I say, I want to see action. I don't want to hear any words. I'm a woman of action. Okay. I want you to put your money where your mouth is. That's all I see from everybody. Everybody. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I think for me, yes, we would like to see a different kind of politics, but I just think it's a little interesting. So of course I've known Kishore since forever. But there was something. There are things, the back and forth between him and the PM. It annoyed me, right? And yeah, it's
strategy.
Yeah, and I know that people would say it's pecan. It's all in the fun of politics. This is what politics is, right? So it started with the PM, right? In the case where Kishore, of course, he went over to he's with the NDP. He's formed his allegiance, or he's with the NDP, and the PM made the comment about being the bright star, and then Kishore responded with being was it the
I can't remember what the response was, but yeah.
Yeah, is it the star? Oh Lord, the thing just went straight out my head. But anyhow, and then
okay, so
go ahead. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Yeah, I know who you want to hear me talk. Somebody cutting me out or something. Yeah, I love the topic that you're on. You said something a while ago. You want to look. I did around since Methuselah. I always had an interest in our national politics. And to tell you the truth, I have lived to see so much nasty, dirty worthlessness in our politics that I have come to the conclusion that politics has destroyed us as a people. Why should we, as a sensible or civilized country, if we are civilized, because a lot of us still ain't civilized, why should we behave like this? Animals behaving better than us when it comes to crunch time where our politics is concerned in terms of having an elections coming soon. And you are that topic that you're on, that issue or matter you're on with Dr. Kishore Shallow. Here we have one of our top of the line Vincentians in terms of his status, in terms of the position that he's holding right now. And because of his own political understanding, he has chosen his path to go. Why should somebody want to control his mind to make him go in a different direction? You might hear, and as you said just now, you'll hear all kinds of different views. And so some people even have to are made to believe that the Prime Minister got the job. Or it's because of the Prime Minister why Dr. Kishore Shallow is the president of Cricket West Indies. How dotish, how foolish we can be. Huh? All because of our lack of understanding of the kind of politics that we practice in this country. I am not I am not happy. And like you said, I wish I could see something new. But the generation, and I've gone through more than one generation now, let me put it that way. We have not done anything to improve that kind of understanding where politics is concerned. It's really rule and divide. Rule and divide. And if I could tell more lies, if I could do more, if I could trick you and all of that, that's how our politics is going. And those politicians who vie for some position, that's how they take advantage, because people looking up at them as though they're some gods, demigods, and that kind of thing. And that's how they take advantage of vulnerable, lesser mortals within the society. I am yet to see that a politician who is really trying to bring a better sense to our people to understand what it's all about. But that's why we'll always have this argument and quarrel with one another, and we fail to see the bigger picture. For instance, I don't have to vote if I don't want to vote, because we don't have a law in the country to say I must vote. And who tell you that I must vote for you? Because I can't make my choice based on my own understanding. That is stifling. That is really making us look like puppy show and dotage. I know this election is going to be a very crucial one, because, and let me tell you this, in my opinion, this is the longest government you have had us serving. To me, to say all of we Vincentians must accept and appreciate this, or think this is the best government in the whole wide world. They have no, come on. And we talk about democracy. Well, if I understand democracy, nobody should be dictating or trying to be a dictator and give that impression or educate our people that only them alone could run the country. So I know this is a crucial election, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Thank you. Listen.
All right. Happy birthday in advance, Dave.
Oh, well, come on.
I remembered. Yeah, I remembered. Yeah.
And you have to look for something nice, something special. Dianna might have to sing a song for me and all of that stuff. She loves it.
I will sing a song for you, Dave. I will do that.
All right. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Have a good one on Sunday.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Take care. Bye. All right. So yes, I noticed somebody was trying to call before, so you can try calling back. So getting back to this, right? In terms of the back and forth. So I was disappointed, right? And I think I was more disappointed. And Kishore, yes, I've known you, but I call a spade with whoever it is. All right, let's go ahead. Hi, Kojo, morning.
I don't understand people talking about politics has to be different. Anywhere in the world you go, you listen to watching American politics, you see how it's going down? People attack each other all the time. That's how they go.
But is that what we want? But is that what we really want? Because I am not.
That is politics. You might not want it. I don't like it too, but that's what it is. They attack each other. Yeah. They always, anywhere in the world you go, that's how politicians work. They have to make you look like if you're not capable in order to win. If I make you look good.
But then why can't we just deal with the issues themselves, Kojo? Because that is what it is that I want to hear. I don't want to hear. Yes, people talk about it's peacock and it makes things interesting and all that, but I don't want the back and forth. I do not want to hear it.
Relisha,
yes,
Kojo. You just watch Parliament just Tuesday.
I listened to it. Yes.
That's just Parliament too.
You know what? Okay, when you're finished, I guess. Go ahead, Kojo.
That's just Parliament. And they're doing the thing. Because the mere fact, I have to try to bring it down as much as I can. I ain't trying to date you. So I ain't getting your sweet words.
So I suppose politics is the one time we can make the exception to all insults at people, because outside of politics, we try to teach being good and decent and kind to each other. So I guess politics is the when it comes to politics. Say anything.
I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah, we get you. We get you. We get you.
I'm just saying, if you look in the world all over, there's when there's campaign time, they say everything. They throw the baby with the bath water.
Yeah.
They throw the baby with the bath water. And I'm not talking accusation, I'm talking politically. Everybody, they go after each other. Because they need to make you look like if you're not capable. They need to make you look like if you're not able. Whatever, however they want to show you. Whatever light they want to show you.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. And it's not going to change, trust me.
I learned.
You could actually invest things to happen in politics. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
He shadow he said new system. Yes, the PM might have hit him a little bit, but he came back again.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
so,
and that's why I was disappointed.
Right there, you can't ask of you.
Yeah. You see, my whole thing. No, so here, Kojo, hear my thing, right? The PM is of the old school. The PM has his way of doing things. Hold on. The PM has his way of doing things, right? So PM would throw a talk. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to respond, because that's exactly what he wants, for a response to happen. So when you go down this road of entertaining, you're going to have the back and forth, and this is not what it is that I'm interested in hearing.
You got my point. Take it.
Right. And that's why I said I was disappointed.
And if you were smart, you would have been official out there.
Yeah.
But you bite.
Yeah.
Bite. Don't. If you want to change the system, don't bite. That's my point.
Don't give in.
No, just stay above the fray.
Yeah.
And people will see you differently. You probably might not win enough, but at least people might. No, I'm saying.
I get you. Yes.
People might respect you because they will say, "Oh, you didn't even go out there." The prime minister said, "Oh, you didn't do that when that person said." And then the next time around, they will probably look at you differently. You know what I mean? You might not win the first round, but sometimes in politics, the first round is not your wrong enough.
You're testing, girl.
You go against people who been out there already. You might be lucky sometimes to win for the first time. A politician, I've been in politics long enough. Most politicians have spent about 10 years in the field before they could win. Most, and some of them don't even win. So that's my point I'm taking. He took me there.
Yeah.
Now he can ask for anything different.
Right. All right. Thanks, Kojo. Yeah. So this is exactly why it is I'm asking questions. Is this what we as Vincentians want? Do we want for there to be a change, or do we like the little entertainment? Now, somebody was saying that, yes, this is all part of what politics is, right? You throw a talk, I throw back a response, and it goes back and forth. But for me as an individual, and maybe I guess I'm probably in the minority, but I want for us to just deal with the issues. Yeah. I was listening to Parliament on Tuesday, and so a friend of mine, we were back and forth having discussions on different parts within Parliament. And, there was one part where it came off a little bit boring. But then there was the exchange between the PM and Cummins. And then, Parliament, quote unquote, lively up again. But I had to wonder, and I was there, the person even said at the same time that I was thinking it, like, what would Parliament be when they're gone, right? When people like PM and Cummins are gone, because they engage in these type of back and forth. But for those of us, like, I would just go Parliament, do the work, and go home.
Yep.
Hi, Anita, morning.
Good morning, Roleza and Dianna. And today,
morning.
giving praise and thanks to Jah. Good morning, Joshua, Kojo, and everybody. Can't call all the name. But Roleza and Dianna, Joshua couldn't put it better, because I have said it already on different radio stations. Politics and religion, I don't argue it. I discuss it.
Good.
No, I'm serious.
Good. Say it again.
I discuss it. I do not listen. The first vote I make in my life, it was for Russell, and I am Labour to the bone, Dianna. I ain't shifting, neither left nor right, dead center with Labour, and I'm serious. Even if you put me up on me two kings, my offspring, and you put them up there for me vote, otherwise I will vote against them.
Anita, let me ask you a question. I know you're going to continue. Let me ask you a question. So whether or not you think that they're doing right, or do you okay, so you said you have lovely. All right.
You didn't allow me to finish.
Sorry.
I was gonna say to you, anyhow at all that they do anything that I think is not right, I will stop support them, but I wouldn't vote another party. And that's my thing.
Oh, so you would just not vote?
That's what I said.
Okay.
I just won't vote.
Okay.
No.
Would you call them out though?
Yes. Listen to me. I was on the executive for Mr. Sayers for his 2 terms, and any one of the members could tell you. In that meeting, I would tell them how it goes. I'd say, no, come on, I'm taking part in that. This ain't right. Any one of them could tell you. I try to keep it as real as I can. Now, another thing, some of my best friends are NDP. I lived by the public, so then I didn't keep no malice. Sometimes my folks would wonder how. Anyway, another thing, Roleza, action calls for reaction. And you know what? We always talk about the reaction. Nobody talks about the action. Roleza, somebody may attack you, your niece, your mother, your friend. And the minute as you say something, oh, I think Roleza was decent, she said this to me. What caused Roleza to go there? Now, you see what religion? Sister Bachel may have something with the pastor, and she decides she leaving. Hello, she walking with about a dozen members, and hey, the dozen who pay the most tithes, that's where she will go. It's just like politics, is that one somebody offend somebody, and they walk with a crowd also. Now, what caused the PM to say, as we will say, he should not have, but then what caused him to say what he had to say about Charlo? Now here they say, Roleza, I always say you talk about your niece and your mom. I don't hear you talk about a sister or a brother, but I know it's one of them who had to give you a niece. But what I'm saying, the way you talk about your niece, and as much as you entertain me on this radio, if I say something about your niece, won't you respond to me?
I would respond, but I'm not going to. If you're going to say pull her up for something that she also did wrong, then I'm not going to pull you down for that. Wrong is wrong.
But good, I understand. Right, good. But okay, I'm coming now. So your niece, the way you talk about her, it tells me that she is wholeheartedly a part of you. So then let me go the politics side now. St. Vincent and the people of St. Vincent is Dr. Gonsalves' baby. So if you attack St. Vincent, it's obvious he would respond. And I'm not defending him here. Dr. Gonsalves was and is a personal friend of mine before, when he was all in the wilderness. But like I'm saying, when you go to say that St. Vincent is how much years behind another country, when this, I wonder to myself how Sister Eloisa make it, and if he could have been my husband. I know he spent sleepless nights. He's not perfect. Perfection is on the other side. It's only a dead man is perfect. He can't do anything else. But to me, even if I was an NDP, I would look at it that he put St. Vincent, and he didn't try. When Dr. Gonsalves had lunch with me one day, before he became anything. And he said to me, Janet, I would like to make medication for all. That way, when he talk about education for all, I look at him good because I wanted to go to school, but then my mother couldn't send me and my father couldn't send me. So I drop out. And when he said he going to put an international airport, I look at him with open eyes and he shook his head. He said, yes, Janet, you're questioning it word for word. And I said, yes. He said, that is what I'd like to do. And I had an NDP friend, and when he said, Anita, you ain't stupid. Which part in St. Vincent he could put an international airport? And I wondered to myself, because I used to travel for a living, Barbados, this place, that place, Puerto Rico, and every place was flat. Isn't that out there right now? So when he try his best and you attack him, I mean, it's obvious he would respond because
but that's responding on a particular. So I can understand the PM responding on that particular point. There's nothing wrong with him saying that. But the other little back and forth things that they had in terms of, and it comes, you know what?
No, I hear you. Listen, I hear you in a release, and I'm in your corner. You respond, and it should stay there. You understand what the personal thing, because Dr. Guns have always said, attack him, but don't bring his. I've heard him said many times, I put up myself for politics, attack me, but don't bring me family into it and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He has said it many times. He say, my background, attack me. But when you attack St. Vincent, and I mean, I don't think that, I don't know Mr. Shallow, and I ain't going to diss him because I don't know him. I don't even these people who know that is not Anita. But like I'm saying to you, you get into politics, yes, and everybody trying to, but a country like St. Vincent, if would he have said that if he never entered politics, I want that question to be answered. Would he have said St. Vincent is how many years behind other countries if he did not enter politics? And I wouldn't hug the line anymore. Guys, you have a great day. I love you guys with the love of God.
All right, thanks, Anita.
Bye-bye.
All right, so quote unquote, attacking, and that's still using a strong word there, attacking person on a point that they made in terms of, let's say, a policy or a thought is different for me than the personal attacks, right? I personally don't like that type of back and forth. I really and truly don't, right? So this is why I don't, and I said, I don't know if I'm in the minority here. Maybe I am, because people do love the pecan, people do love the excitement, people do love the bacchanal, right? But for me personally, I zone out when it is that person starts to go down that route, right? Listening to Parliament sometimes, and sometimes the back and forth that I hear, and I'm there like, y'all don't want to go home. This is why when they have to sit down there after 12, close to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it's because of all the back and forth that went on in between before. You know, go there, deal with the policies, deal with the issues. If you are going to do a rebuttal, you do a rebuttal based on something that was said, but the petty little things that happen in between.
I don't tell you, I tell her that there's the entertainment section because I can't understand why they have that. That had to be. You see, if they probably take one of the panists, a little violinist, and put them get a little break and have them play a little violin, calming, soothing music. Ooh, lovely. Make some beautiful melodies on the steel pan. I bet
they will still talk over it, man. They will still talk over it.
You know, so heated. They'll be, but they hear that violin music. They will be. All will be well, man. That is the entertainment.
I don't know. So I mean, yes, the season has started. As far as I'm concerned, we were never out of the season, right? But things have picked up, and things are picking up momentum at this time. And yes, we are going to see a slate of new faces. They have been starting to unveil to us one by one. We're seeing new faces. We're seeing old faces. The new and the old are going to have to, as Kojo said, you're not going to make your opponent seem as if they are good. But in terms of not trying to make them seem as if they're good or they're competent, etc., let's deal with issues, right? And not go down the petty route. At least that is what it is I want. But again, as I said, I might be in the minority and people like the excitement.
I'm in the minority with you. Even if it's to we, right? Because I look at this thing and I say, these are our leaders and our potential leaders. And the behavior that they are exhibiting, especially in Parliament, that is not exemplary. And I can't look at you behaving like that and then see you come on another platform and telling me about peace and love and encouraging youths. But this is what the youths are saying. So imagine if I try and discipline a child in my class and they behaving like that and they say, but miss, them not behave so parliament. What am I supposed to say to that child?
And then sometimes it's the venom commentary. I just hear it in the voices and the venom commentary. Now, whether or not the venom is just for entertainment, I don't know. Right? I don't know if any of them carrying long-seated grudges against each other. I really don't know. But you hear it in the voices as well, right? So again,
they must just practice that before they go parliament and all. They must just wait, where we going today? So hey, you tell me so, and then I go tell you what this thing here. Yeah, but you have to make it sound real and all right. Silly.
I even write down the lines that they're going to throw to each other.
You're checking notes. Yeah. Lines. Wait, what am I for telling him again?
All right, so we didn't hear laughing off on this thing, but we will see what happens, right? We will see what happens, but deep breath in, deep breath out, and we are going to jump out of this segment at this time. At 8:45, we expect to get a call from Courts, so we are going to run some ads until that time.